We played through every WWE 2K game ever to find one thing from each game to bring back to the WWE 2K series. Now, of course, we can't bring something back from the WWE 2K25 as the latest game, so we're going to go through WWE 2K14 until WWE 2K23. So before we get into WWE 2K14, make sure you've subscribed with all the notifications turned on, and don't forget to like this video if you do end up enjoying it. Now, let's jump right into WWE 2K14. When it comes to WWE 2K14, there's an abundance of features that could be revived, whether it's I Quit matches, creative finisher, or a mode similar to the Streak, where you challenge the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. The options are plentiful. However, for this video, we're choosing to spotlight Create a Story. Why create a story? Because it offered incredible amounts of freedom to craft the wildest, most creative, and sometimes even genuinely compelling storylines. Players could share their stories with the WWE 2K community via community creations, allowing others to experience their stories firsthand. In an era where players and content creators are already crafting their own stories in WWE 2K24, integrating a built-in Create a Story mode would just make a whole ton of sense right now. Just imagine the potential today. We could see extensions of the Bloodline storyline, or even crossover scenarios dipping into AEW territory, with possible invasions and stories featuring stars from other promotions. The possibilities are truly endless in the current wrestling landscape. The last iteration of Create a Story was in WWE 2K14 back in 2013. Now, think about what could be achieved with modern technology. There's insane potential for more extensive customization and enhanced storytelling. If this feature were introduced, we'd love to see a return of the different cutscenes that made the original mode so much fun, from the standard scenes like superstars arriving in limousines to the over-the-top moments like rivals blowing up each other's cars. Before we get into WWE 2K15 though, let's send it over to Matt with today's sponsor.
It is the spookiest time of the year. Get ready for an unforgettable Halloween experience as you unlock thrilling characters and discover exclusive rewards. We're talking about Marvel Strike Force. Celebrate the spooky season by putting together a collection of your best Marvel heroes and villains. Marvel Strike Force is a mobile squad RPG that allows you to battle with your favorite team of superheroes and supervillains in a fight to save the universe against the threats like Doctor Doom and Apocalypse. Recruit characters from across the multiverse: Iron Man, Wolverine, Venom, and more. And awesome new ways to battle with your roster. Along with the campaigns, Blitz, and Arena, there's also Alliance War, a massive weekly alliance battle. And for the spooky season, we also have the high affinity character Agatha for you in the login calendar. And this month, we have the new highly anticipated character Blade and his team of Night Stalkers. And to celebrate the spooky season, you can also redeem the promo code Halloween. You'll unlock a zombie Iron Man using the limited time promo code on screen. So grab some candy, download today, and get ready for the spooky season in Marvel Strike Force.
Now let's be honest, current day's showcase mode isn't as good and it's not as fun to play. Sure, some might still like it, but overwhelmingly the majority of players are finding this mode worse and worse each year due to it missing features such as commentary and full cutscenes. Instead, modern showcase modes have opted for music playing in the background during matches, and instead of full cutscenes, it's now a mix of real life footage and cutscenes, with real life footage taking up most of these moments. And if you've seen Attitude Era matches during these slingshot cutscenes, good luck even being able to see anything with the crazy amount of blurring that goes on around the ring, in the ring, on shirts, and even the referee's face. What we'd like to see brought back is the WWE 2K15 style of showcase mode. Bring back commentary during matches. Let's see the entrances before the match and have full cutscenes play out. That style was perfect, and we picked WWE 2K15 specifically because that game had the most unique take on showcases. Along with the DLC showcases, it wasn't just all about full career retrospectives, it also included rivalry showcase and showcases on certain runs, like Mark Henry's 2011 to 2013 Hall of Pain run. Going that direction again could really give Showcase the buzz that it so desperately needs right now. WWE 2K16 was the last game in the WWE 2K series to retain the weapons features that had been added throughout the SmackDown vs. Raw series, with many being from SmackDown vs. Raw 2011. Features such as leaning a ladder on another ladder, ladders staying fallen on its side, breaking ladders in the ring, along with other weapon features, would be removed in WWE 2K17 due to the change in how weapons such as tables and ladders would work in WWE 2K17. Then if you go further on into WWE 2K22, and there's even more weapons features that were in 2K16 that are now gone, like chair weapon grapples for example. 2K16 was that last 2K game to give us the SmackDown vs. Raw feel of weapons physics, and that's why we picked that as our thing to bring back from WWE 2K16. WWE 2K17 introduced backstage areas once again, the big difference being that this time you can go backstage during matches, and everything was connected backstage with 0 load times. As we moved over to 2K22, a new backstage area was added, but with the change of backstage areas, a few areas were left missing from 2K17's version of the backstage. No longer could you go to the locker rooms or GM's offices anymore, and we think that taking those areas from 2K17 and bringing them over to future 2K games would make the backstage area feel much more complete. After so many years of having locker rooms and GM offices, it really does feel like a glaring omission now when going backstage in games such as WWE 2K24. WWE 2K18 introduced squash matches, which pretty much means that one superstar completely dominates and wins the match in less than a minute. This was a great way to change up matches that you played out in universe mode. So say for example you're booking a monster and building them up. You're not going to want a said monster going 10 minutes with a super low rated cruiserweight. From the jump to WWE 2K22 from 2K20, we lost the ability to have squash matches, which was really disappointing to see, as they're an important simulation aspect to wrestling shows that make a ton of sense to be in WWE 2K games. So our choice would be to bring back squash matches from WWE 2K18. One of the most requested features from WWE 2K19 that had also been in all of the WWE 2K games since 2K15 is the chain wrestling feature. Like a lot of things in this list, it's something that we see actually happen on WWE TV, so it makes sense that people want to see it back in the game. And as WWE 2K starts to slowly move towards being more simulation based, with features such as tired finishes returning and the new Trading Blows minigame, it makes sense to consider a return to the chain wrestling system, and have it as an option for those who want a more wrestling based match for the match they are having. There was certainly a sharper shift to an arcade style with 2K22, but it's clear that simulation is starting to slowly come back to the series, so chain wrestling from WWE 2K19 is going to be our pick of what to bring back. Say what you want about WWE 2K20, but man, this game had a ton of unlockables. Like, it literally felt like they knew this was it for a long time after 2K20, so they just stacked the game and DLCs full of unlockable content that can easily take you over 50 hours to complete. It feels like these days, however, there's a lack of unlockables in the game, with most of the unlockables being dedicated towards My Faction Persona cards, which is a shame to see. We don't mind Personas, it's better than making them locked to My Faction only, sure, but it shouldn't come at the cost of getting a much wider and varied amount of unlockables that keep us coming back to the game for longer than the usual 10 to 20 hours. So our pick would be the amount of unlockables in WWE 2K20. Let's get back to that, because if WWE 2K20 of all games can do it, why not the future of WWE 2K games? WWE 2K22 is simple. Bring back show intros for Universe mode. Why was this even cut after WWE 2K22? WWE Universe mode is about making a WWE TV show happen via a video game, and we can't even have an introduction that makes the show actually feel like a show. This is easily the pick of what to bring back for WWE 2K22. And with WWE 2K23, it's hard to choose something from a game that only released a year ago, and not much, if anything, was really deleted from the jump to 2K24 from 2K23. The only thing we can really say is keep on bringing back the better My Faction Persona cards of WWE 2K23. The start of My Faction in 2K24 with the Persona cards was honestly awful. However, we're starting to slowly see the return of these better cards like Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner from 2K23. Hopefully, in 2K24 and beyond, we can start to see more Persona cards based on classic gimmicks and eras of characters that are already in the game. Because who doesn't want to see Masked King 98 or Triple H from 2000 in the games?